What is happening, Tarnished? The news cycle is absolutely exploding, and we've got the hottest updates you cannot afford to miss. Get ready, because the gaming world is shifting, and we're here to break it all down for you. From epic movie adaptations that are already blowing our minds to brand new games that are redefining genres, buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride. We're diving deep into stories that are making waves, pushing boundaries, and setting new standards. You think you know what's coming? Think again. The landscape is changing at lightning speed, and staying informed is key. So, grab your controller, settle in, and let's get into it. First up, a legendary game is getting the Hollywood treatment, and the director is already a massive fan. You won't believe the passion project that's landed in the hands of one of the most exciting studios out there. Then, we're shifting gears to a game that's making a bold claim. It might just be the best Soulslike experience not made by the masters themselves. The combat looks insane. We've also got a new RPG that's blending the beloved aesthetics of two of the biggest games in the genre, promising a dark and challenging adventure. And finally, a tribute to a gaming icon that's captured the imagination of artists worldwide. This is Tarnished Tales, and you are not going to want to miss a second of this. Hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and let's get started. The game gets the silver screen treatment. From Software's Elden Ring is a titan of the gaming world, a sprawling masterpiece that has sold millions and engrossed a global audience with its desolate, intricate universe. However, translating its unique narrative structure to film presents a monumental challenge. The game's story is a deliberately fragmented tapestry, woven from cryptic item descriptions, subtle environmental cues, and the often conflicting accounts of the few remaining characters in the lands between. This design philosophy places immense trust in the player to piece together a shattered history, a non-linear journey of discovery that is inherently difficult to replicate in a traditional 2-hour movie format. Any attempt at a direct, one-to-one film adaptation risks undermining the very essence of what makes Elden Ring so compelling: its profound reliance on player interpretation and exploration. Despite these significant hurdles, an Elden Ring film is officially underway, helmed by the acclaimed Studio A24 and visionary filmmaker Alex Garland. This pairing immediately signals a departure from conventional blockbuster adaptations. Garland is renowned for his thought-provoking, atmospheric, and often divisive works that prioritize ambiguity and visual storytelling. His previous successes include adapting the notoriously challenging novel Annihilation into a chilling sci-fi horror experience and delving into complex philosophical themes in films like Ex Machina and the series Devs. Crucially, Garland is not just a skilled director. He is a genuine, outspoken admirer of Elden Ring and From Software's entire oeuvre, possessing a deep appreciation for their distinctive narrative approach. His multiple playthroughs and vocal praise for the studio's demanding design predated any official film discussions, establishing a unique qualification rooted in both artistic merit and personal passion. The narrative behind the film's inception further solidifies the potential for a high-caliber adaptation. As reported by The New Yorker, Garland initially approached A24's head of film, Noah Sacco, with the concept, crafting a complete 160-page script, supplemented by an additional 40 pages of visual references, entirely on spec. This ambitious undertaking, driven purely by his passion for the source material and executed without a formal agreement, demonstrated an extraordinary level of commitment. Armed with this meticulously detailed vision, Garland and Sacco then traveled to Japan to present the project directly to Hidetaka Miyazaki, the revered creator of Elden Ring and president of From Software. This meeting involved a direct presentation of the finished script, a concrete manifestation of Garland's interpretation and artistic intent. The film received its official green light only after Miyazaki reviewed the script and granted his personal approval. This sequence of events carries significant weight. It underscores that Garland's involvement is fueled by a profound creative desire to bring this specific story to life, rather than a mere commercial opportunity. Moreover, the fact that the script was completed and approved by Miyazaki himself before any formal deal was in place serves as the ultimate endorsement. It signifies that the game's original creator has reviewed Garland's cinematic vision and deemed it a worthy extension of his meticulously crafted world. Given Miyazaki's famously protective nature regarding his creations, his blessing on a fully realized script suggests that Garland has successfully captured the elusive tone and thematic depth that define Elden Ring. Fans can therefore approach this adaptation with a high degree of confidence, even as the specifics of how Garland will translate such a monumental task remain to be seen. What aspect of the lands between are you most eager to see brought to life through Alex Garland's distinctive vision? Hold onto your seats, because the next story might just redefine what you expect from a Soulslike experience. Get ready to explore the world of Phantom Blade Zero. Soulslike reimagined, Phantom Blade Zero's combat excellence. Phantom Blade Zero's wuxia-inspired combat system delivers such a fluid and satisfying experience that it makes returning to other fast-paced Souls-like games feel like a downgrade. Having had the opportunity to play the game across multiple events over the past 2 years, the overwhelming sentiment after each demo is an immediate desire to dive back in for more. The current landscape of action games, particularly within the Souls-like subgenre, is incredibly crowded. Attending major gaming expos often results in a schedule where a significant portion of the played titles fall into this category. Yet, with the notable exception of Lies of P, few, if any, have resonated as quickly or as deeply with me as S-Game's distinctive take on the genre, often described as Kung Fu Punk. The combat in Phantom Blade Zero is a masterful blend of wuxia elegance and raw, visceral brutality, evident in its impactful finishing moves. The choreography of dodging and parrying an onslaught of enemy attacks feels as though it's been lifted directly from a cinematic masterpiece, perhaps an Ang Lee film, while simultaneously providing deeply satisfying gameplay mechanics. This is all set against the backdrop of a bleak, rain-soaked world, where the only lingering signs of life are the remnants of brutal duels, adding to the game's oppressive atmosphere. Over the course of these multiple play sessions and observing the game's evolution, I've dedicated considerable time to dissecting what makes Phantom Blade Zero feel so exceptionally good. A compelling trend in third-person action games over the last half-decade has been the ubiquitous elevator pitch. It's like Dark Souls, but faster. While I understand the appeal of this design philosophy, aiming for a more intense experience often derived from George Lucas's directorial mantra of faster and more intense, it rarely translates into truly great gameplay when applied to the Souls-like formula. Many games, such as Wucheng, Fallen Feathers, and Wukong, falter for a similar reason. They offer a flurry of attacks, but these are tethered to a stamina bar that recharges agonizingly slowly. This mechanic, which works effectively in slower-paced Souls-likes where managing stamina for dodges or strikes is a deliberate part of the tactical loop, becomes problematic in faster-paced titles. Players often find themselves running out of stamina mid-combo or being unable to dodge after a prolonged attack sequence, leading to death not from a failure in skill, but from the limitations of the game's core mechanics. It's peculiar that this issue persists, especially considering From Software itself provided a solution nearly half a decade ago with Sekiro. Shadows Die Twice. In Sekiro, the player could attack and dodge with relative freedom, with the primary resource to manage being posture, both for the player and the enemy. This system ensured that players were punished for mistimed parries or dodges, or for allowing their own posture to break, rather than for the act of attacking itself, which is essential for progression. Phantom Blade Zero adopts and refines this approach. While it retains a stamina bar, it is primarily depleted through sprinting, dodging, or parrying. This allows for relentless combos without the fear of exhaustion, shifting the focus to a dynamic management race. How quickly can you break an enemy's guard while simultaneously executing timely dodges and parries against their counterattacks? This design choice makes the combat feel genuinely cinematic, a stark contrast to other games that have attempted to capture the essence of wuxia. Wuxia combat in film is often narrative in itself, with each move conveying character. Phantom Blade Zero mirrors this by pacing its fights like dialogues. An enemy attacks, the player responds, and this exchange continues until one combatant's resolve breaks, allowing for a decisive finishing blow. This approach captures the feel of martial arts films like House of Flying Daggers, where the aesthetics and the very rhythm of the fight tell a story. Beyond the satisfying clash of steel and fluid animation, it's this pacing that elevates Phantom Blade Zero. The game's Kung Fu Punk art design is also exceptionally striking. The muted, rain-drenched color palette is dramatically punctuated by vibrant bursts of red blood during finishing moves. The visual cues, such as the colored trails left by fast-moving blades, are crucial for players to discern enemy attack patterns and execute timely dodges or parries. While much about Phantom Blade remains to be revealed, including the full story and the impact of different weapon types, the core combat experience is undeniably compelling. The game masterfully blends style, substance, and a deep understanding of what makes action combat truly engaging. What are your thoughts on Phantom Blade Zero's unique approach to combat? Let us know in the comments. Prepare yourself for a world where dark fantasy meets feudal Japan, in a new RPG that's already turning heads. We're talking about Kaiden, a game that blends Bloodborne's horror with Ghost of Tsushima's setting. Bloodborne meets Ghost of Tsushima, the rise of Kaiden. For fans of From Software's challenging and atmospheric titles, the search for games that capture the essence of Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and Elden Ring is a constant quest. The Soulsborne genre has spawned a multitude of contenders over the years, including critically acclaimed titles like Lies of P, Nioh, and Lords of the Fallen, each offering their own unique spin on the demanding formula. However, navigating this crowded space to find the truly exceptional experiences can be a daunting task. Emerging from the indie scene with a promise to stand out is Kaiden, an upcoming RPG developed and published by the independent studio Fifth Column Studio. This title boldly aims to fuse the challenging gameplay and grotesque creature design reminiscent of Bloodborne with the evocative historical setting of Ghost of Tsushima. The premise alone has generated significant excitement among players seeking a fresh yet familiar experience. The official synopsis on Steam paints a grim picture. Caught in the web between life and death, you rise as a seeker, having struck a deal with the envoy for a second chance. Players are thrust back into their once peaceful homeland of Ikeguchi, tasked with a perilous mission, to extract the voices from the cord-bearers. The journey promises a descent into madness, traversing desecrated temples, blighted villages, and ethereal realms where the veil between worlds is perilously thin. This dark narrative, combined with the promise of Bloodborne-esque horror and challenging encounters, sets a compelling stage for players. What truly sets Kaiden apart, however, is its innovative approach to cooperative play. The game is designed to be played with up to 4 players, incorporating intense PvE extraction-like mechanics. This suggests a blend of survival, objective-based gameplay, and resource management, where teamwork is paramount not only for survival, but also for achieving the most lucrative rewards. This cooperative element, coupled with the challenging combat, could offer a unique social dimension to the Soulslike experience, encouraging strategic coordination and shared triumphs. Currently, Kaiden does not have a confirmed release date, and its initial launch is slated exclusively for PC via Steam. However, the game's official FAQ indicates a clear intention to expand to other platforms. The prospect of Kaiden arriving on consoles like the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS is highly anticipated, as it would broaden its accessibility to a wider audience. Fans will be eagerly awaiting further announcements regarding release windows and platform availability. The unique combination of Bloodborne's challenging combat and gothic horror aesthetic with the rich, historical setting and samurai-inspired combat of Ghost of Tsushima positions Kaiden as a potentially groundbreaking title in the RPG landscape. Its blend of familiar elements, presented in a novel way, has certainly captured the attention of the gaming community. What are your thoughts on this exciting genre mashup? Let us know. From a game that blends genres to a tribute that honors a legend, our next story is a visual masterpiece. Prepare to be amazed by a 3D recreation of a true gaming icon. From Software's visionary recreated in stunning 3D. Roger Magrini, a seasoned senior creature character artist renowned for his photorealistic digital portraits of real individuals, continues his impressive series with another captivating model that is sure to resonate deeply with fans of the Soulslike genre. This latest creation is a heartfelt tribute to Hidetaka Miyazaki, the legendary director behind From Software, and the creative genius responsible for seminal game series such as Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Bloodborne, and Sekiro, among many others. Miyazaki, often hailed as the maestro of treacherous swamps and intricate boss battles, has been meticulously recreated in 3 dimensions by Magrini. The artist detailed his technical process, revealing the use of a sophisticated suite of tools including Maya, ZBrush, Substance 3D Painter, XGen, and Arnold for the character modeling and rendering. To bring the final vision to life with cutting-edge visual fidelity, Unreal Engine 5's Lumen Global Illumination System was employed for the final renders, resulting in a remarkably lifelike representation. This is not the first time Magrini has garnered widespread acclaim for his digital artistry. Previously, he captivated audiences with a similarly mind-blowing 3D recreation of Till Lindemann, the iconic lead vocalist of the German industrial metal band Rammstein. This prior work showcased his versatility and his ability to capture the essence of distinct personalities through digital sculpture. For those interested in delving deeper into Magrini's character art workflows and techniques, the article references a 2020 interview with the artist. In that interview, Magrini provided an in-depth walkthrough of his creative process behind a portrait of Yoko Shimomura, a renowned composer. He elaborated on the specific software used, including Maya, XGen, and Arnold, and shared valuable insights and practical tips for achieving realistic character models. This offers aspiring artists a valuable resource for learning and improvement. Magrini actively engages with the creative community, encouraging others to share their work and connect. He invites readers to explore more of his portfolio, join the 80-level talent platform, and participate in their new Discord server. Furthermore, he maintains an active presence across various social media channels, including Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Telegram, TikTok, and Threads, where he consistently shares behind-the-scenes breakdowns, the latest industry news, exceptional artworks, and much more. This commitment to community and knowledge sharing highlights his dedication to the broader art and gaming spheres. The creation of a 3D model of Hidetaka Miyazaki is more than just a technical achievement. It's a testament to the profound impact Miyazaki's work has had on countless players and creators worldwide. It serves as a fitting tribute to a figure who has shaped the modern gaming landscape with his unique vision and unwavering commitment to challenging, narrative-rich experiences. What do you think of this incredible tribute to Hidetaka Miyazaki? Share your thoughts below. And that's a wrap on today's news. But before you go, let's quickly recap the biggest stories. Get ready for the lightning round. What a whirlwind of gaming news. We saw Elden Ring's epic movie adaptation gain massive traction with a passionate director at the helm. Phantom Blade Zero is shaking up the Soulslike scene with its incredible combat. Kaiden is blending Bloodborne and Ghost of Tsushima for a dark RPG adventure. And we celebrated Hidetaka Miyazaki with an amazing 3D tribute. Don't miss out on any of our future updates. Hit that like button, subscribe to Tarnished Tales, ring the notification bell so you never miss a video. Drop a comment telling us which story excited you the most, and follow us on all our social channels for more exclusive content. We'll see you in the next one.